Okay, so welcome to the new ambassador training. We're really excited for this. I've got so much to share with you actually. I'm so looking forward to blowing up this ambassador program to new heights and just get some really exciting momentum going for everyone. So it's a win-win all the time. So let's get going through this PowerPoint. So I'm just going to give you a little idea of who I am. So my name is Cheryl Bishop from head office. Just so you have an idea, I was with the financial institution for 16 years. Once I got out of high school, I was involved in direct selling for 14 years, loved it, thought I was going to be there forever. Then, in my opinion, God directed me somewhere else. I had a fitness and skincare company in 2005, and that's when I met Colin Sprake. Was in 2005. So we became friends, and then when he wanted to launch Make Your Mark in 2009, I totally saw his vision and I knew where he wanted to take it, and I was excited to jump on board with him. I'm also one of the chapters in our entrepreneurial success stories with Colin and many other students. I have a chapter that's called Everything Happens for a Reason, and I'm totally about that I believe everything happens for a reason. So there's Colin and I on the screen. Now I manage the ambassador program. I just recently took it over, and also the Heart Connection side, which is really a leverage side of the ambassador program. And just so you all know that I also book Colin to speak at events, and anytime he is not available due to his heavy scheduling calendar, I will do the speaking event for him, or anytime it's less than 100, I don't book Colin. He is such a busy man. We all want a piece of him, but he just can't be everywhere all the time. So then I will speak for any groups or conferences that are less than 100, to give you an idea. So your city ambassador, we have got a city ambassador in Calgary who is Walter. And there is a beautiful picture of Walter and his beautiful wife. You would have all met him at Business Mastery. He was probably high-fiving and talking to everybody. You know, he's a good-looking guy that's just right in front of you all the time. So Walter will be attending all Business Masteries in Calgary, and he is there to support everyone in Calgary as an ambassador. So our intention is to do live trainings every month, except for December, and I'm going to explain that in a bit because we've got some exciting stuff we've been working on at home office for all the ambassadors. So who's Walter? He's our city ambassador for Alberta. His entrepreneurial mindset started in junior high selling pepperoni to his friends. How cool is that? He has been in the financial service since 1988. So for a while there, self-employed since 2004, and he loves downhill skiing. Well, you've got to come to Whistler, Walter. That's where the good skiing is, right? Which was included in his wedding vows. That's awesome. Family man with 3 amazing step kids. And his biggest goal is to assist small business owners to take extra vacation every year. My goodness, who would love to take extra vacation every year? I know everybody would. Absolutely. It's our downtime and time to relax and have fun. So we have an email for Walter. These are the correspondence that you want to have maybe in your phone or on your laptop. Walter's email is walterw@mymsuccess.com. And anytime there's some questions, or if it's to do with your finance part of the ambassador program, you would connect with myself or Ryan at our office, and that email is AMB, which stands for ambassador, so AMB@mymsuccess.com. So those are the 2 emails that you will be using in the future for any questions that you may have with the ambassador program. Now, what I'm going to go through on this webinar is the ambassador training. I'm going to go through why we created the ambassador program so you are familiar with the reason. I'm going to go through a little bit of training. I'm going to talk about the leverage side of the ambassador training, and then I'm going to go through the gratitude group, which is a part of the ambassador program as well. So here's why we created it. At the very beginning of Make Your Mark, Colin and I knew there was many other companies that had affiliate programs, so we wanted to call it an ambassador program. And the reason we did is really to help for you to easily pass on your awesome experience from Business Mastery. We have many times, especially at the beginning, we had people come up to us and, how do I share this with other people? Because it's really assisted them to grow. So that's why we created it. And to really form a like-minded community of business owners that can assist each other to grow. We already have the hashtag MYM family. Now I really want a buzz going around hashtag MYM community. Many of our ambassadors, some of them are in the Sherpa Elite program. Some of them are only in Best Mindset. And a lot of them aren't in either. So my intention is every education we give to our ambassadors is about the ambassador program, but most importantly, you can implement it into your own business so that you can grow. And for anyone that can't afford Best Mindset, eventually it'll pay for your Best Mindset membership. And then you just grow it within Make Your Mark. So those are the reasons we had created the ambassador program. So what's in it for you as an ambassador? We're going to go through that. So first of all, the red and white tickets that you would have received at Business Mastery, when you refer people to the 2-hour event, which is the red and white tickets, when your guest attends, you will receive $20 for each person you refer. So our reports get printed out 20th of each month, and then the checks get mailed out. So if you have 5 entrepreneurs that you've invited and they attended, say, an event in December, then in end of January, you would get $20 per person, so that would be $100. Also, what you get is when they attend Business Mastery and they purchase any of our Sherpa packages or Quantum Trainer, then you will get 10% of that. That will be mailed out as well. And it gets mailed out when they attend a seminar. So for an example, let's say somebody joined the Elite program, one of the Sherpa packages this past Business Mastery in November. When they attend their first seminar, let's say their first seminar is Business Plan 101, and let's say they don't attend till January, just to give you an idea. At the end of January is when the report gets pulled, and then you will get a commission from that seminar that they attended. The system will release the funds once they have graduated that particular seminar. So what I'm saying there is you will get monthly checks. So if you are inviting people and you have 3 or 4 or 5 or 10 or 20 people that have purchased a package or Quantum Trainer, every month you're going to get checks from Make Your Mark. So it can be quite lucrative in the long run. You get to be a start of a huge transformation in people's lives. I don't know how many times, gosh, we have 2 huge boards of thank you cards and thank you letters. And we always hear from ambassadors that they are so thankful somebody has referred them to Make Your Mark and to Business Mastery, because it's truly changed their life, changed their marriage, saved their marriage, and saved their, well, quite frankly, some people saved their lives. So you're part of a huge transformation in people's lives. You get to be part of a huge heart-centered family, which is hashtag MYM family. All the entrepreneurs, relationships that happen through Make Your Mark is phenomenal. Best Mindset, so many people become such great friends, and it's amazing for us to watch. Now, I want to let everyone know, December 21st, mark it on your calendar. We are doing a live webinar. The reason we have taken away all the live trainings in December and decided to do a live webinar is we are going to pre-launch something we've been working on. We're just going through the final details. We're going to pre-launch a fun competition for the whole year of 2018. So what we're going to do on the December 21st is we're going to set you up as an ambassador for success, meaning we're going to train you how to go into your back office and train you on everything that you need to know to be successful in this competition. There are so many great prizes to win, and we want you to be a star in this competition. So then there's so many different ways to get what we're going to say is star points. So definitely December 21st, you will receive emails about that. And it's going to be very exciting. That's what I can tell you. So here is a simple video that I want you to watch. It's 4 minutes long, and it's on Colin handing out a red and white ticket to someone. So it just gives you a really good idea on how to do that.
The biggest thing about these tickets is when you hand them out in the evening, people need to understand that you have to understand that they're skeptical. So the most important thing to find out is not just to go to somebody like this and say, yeah, I'm with Keely, she's a good friend, or another business owner that I know, and I'll say, Keely, I've been to this amazing event, you've got to go, it's so exciting, but she'll think I'm on drugs. She'll think I've done some unusual thing or whatever it is. The most important thing is to keep them in your pocket, in your jacket pocket, or whatever it is. And then when I meet Keely and I know Keely would benefit from it, I really engage Keely in a conversation to figure out where she's at in her business. So, hey Keely, how's it going?
Great. How are you?
Fantastic. I know we've been doing business together for a while. I've realized that you have some challenges in your business right now.
Yes, I'm very busy. I have 2 young kids, and I just don't know where to fit everything in.
So, are you making the money that you want right now from your business?
No.
So, I've been working with somebody for the last while that's been really great and has really helped me a ton in my business. And I'd like to maybe to refer you to them and really let you understand who they are. But the key thing, they're going to be able to help you make more money in your business. Would that be something of advantage to you? Would you think it'd be something of interest to you?
Yeah.
Now the thing is, I have a couple of tickets to the event that's coming up. This one's pushed to the 31st of July. But of course, there's events quite regularly. The most important thing for you to understand is these tickets have value. They're $149. Now, it's a 2-hour event that's held in the evening. And this 2-hour event, really, it's important that you go out. But I'm happy to give you these tickets if you're interested in making more money in your business and really learning how to balance some of that lifestyle stuff that you're talking about. Would that be of interest to you?
Yes, please.
Now, I'd love to give these to you. But the key thing I want from you is on a commitment that you're going to go. So I'd rather give these to somebody else who's interested in going if you're not going to go. I don't want them to go in your refrigerator and then just throw them in the garbage. So, do you commit to going?
I do. I can't do the 31st, but...
Great, so I'll let you know about the next day.
Okay.
And then the next day, what I'd like to do is I'm going to phone the office and get you booked in. Is that okay with you?
Yeah.
And then they'll contact you and make sure they get you booked in for the next day. And then once I know what that date is, I'll actually come in that evening and attend with you. Make sure that you're not there by yourself, but you're also engaged with other people. I'll introduce you to some other people. That'd be good?
Yeah.
Good. Get the tickets, please. They're worth $149 each. Really, really important to commit to showing up. Because otherwise, I know other people that would love it as well.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Awesome. Give me a hug. So cool. So that's how you hand the tickets out. See the value in building the tickets. It's not about just handing them out, lots of excitement. This event was awesome. This person's amazing. You've got to go to these courses. That's the wrong way to hand them out. The way to hand them out is to find out what the person's challenges are in their own business. And then give them tickets. Most importantly, get commitment from them, number one. Number two, make them lazy. By saying, I will phone the office for you, get you registered, get you booked in. That really helps you as the ambassador. It really gets the ambassador program working for you and gets that income working for you as well. We watch ambassadors who do it this way, and the results are flawless. They're making thousands of dollars every month by referring business to us, and they get commission checks from our ambassador program. So please make sure you hand out the tickets this way. It works phenomenally well. You have to call the fancy words like amazing, awesome, whatever. Find out what their pain is. Find people that solution by going out. So I'm sure you enjoyed watching this video. Do some really key things you can do as an ambassador. Really maximize your leverage. You do the exact same thing whether it's one-on-one or one on a whole table of people. So you just have to figure out what the pain is, all of them around the table, and then make sure you get the tickets out in a very powerful way. Thank you so much, Keely.
Thank you.
Excellent. So with that video, one of the most important takeaways on that video with Colin handing out the tickets and really role-playing it for you is building the value of the tickets. It's like anything, when you are doing sales for your own business, you want to build the value. I used to be involved in direct sales and was with Party Like Gifts. And I always built the value. Any top item I wanted to sell, I showed a minimum of 3 ways to decorate with that item. So psychology, what happened is women would go, wow, I can use that item in 3 different ways of decorating. Let's say it's $100. They naturally go, wow, $100 divided by 3. Wow, that's good value. I can use it 3 different ways. So with anything you do, you build the value. So with the ambassador program, you never want to just hand out 50 tickets in a room. Oh, here's a ticket. I got a whole stack of tickets. Because then they're just like, oh, well, okay. You know, people, they don't see the value then. It's just another ticket and they're not going to pay attention. But when you show that this is valued at $149, and I know, you know, you share your experience. So for anyone on this webinar that has never attended the 2-hour event, you should definitely attend so that you can share from personal experience what takeaways you got out of the event so that you can correspond and talk to their pain and say what you got out of it. So you number 2, find out their pain and feel their pain. Often when you ask people, what's your biggest challenge? The most biggest challenge people are facing today is not making enough money in their business. Well, and then talk to that pain. Share this from your heart. Again, share from personal experience. People, body language is huge. And when people know that you're really genuine, they're gonna take that on. They're gonna love that. So just to give you the next 2-hour event, which is the red and white tickets. Now know that your guests don't have to have the ticket in hand to attend. Just know that. I've had some people think that they do, but they really don't. So that's where you can actually have people, if you know somebody in Vancouver or Toronto or Dallas, you can have them attend without the ticket in their hand. So for Calgary, the next 2-hour event, and the 2-hour event is called Mastering Your Business for Maximum Profit and Success, January 4th from 12 noon till 2 p.m. And the one after that is January 31st. Now the venue is to be announced. They can still register right away. And as soon as the venue gets booked, in a sense that they have to sign the contract, that's all we're waiting for, then your people who are registered will get that email of the location. Now for you as an ambassador, just so you know, the next Business Mastery in Calgary is February 7th, 8th, and 9th. And that February will be actually our 3rd year that we've been doing Business Masteries in Calgary. So that's pretty exciting. Now to register your guests, there's a couple of different ways it can happen. Number 1 is on the red and white tickets is the website, which is called knowledgeactionprofit.com. Now, on those red and white tickets, you need to ensure you always have your success number written on those tickets. Because when your guest goes to Knowledge Action Profit, they are going to need to put in an activation code, which is your success number. That is how they are attached to you as an ambassador. Now, the smart ambassadors out there, here's what they do. They have knowledgeactionprofit.com right on their phone. So when they meet someone at a networking event, what they end up doing is saying, well, if you already know you can attend in January, why don't I just register you right now? They pull out their phone, they go to Knowledge Action Profit, they punch in their success number, they turn their phone over to their guest and say, just put your name and email, etc. in the blank spots, and we'll get you registered right away. Another way, if for some reason your phone battery died or something happened, you call our office. I've had ambassadors that will call our office and say to our office, hey, it's Ray calling, and I'm sitting with a person here that wants to register. I'm just going to pass you my phone over so that you can take care of the registration. And then we take care of the registration right then and there. Here's a tip in sales. Make people lazy. So meaning, the more you can do for them so they don't have to think about it, or do it later, the more chance you get them registered. So call our office. The toll-free number is on the screen, which is 1-844-560-5609. So I would suggest you have that phone number in your phone so that anytime you need to call us, it's easy access for you, so you don't have to look it up. And then if you ever have your guest call the office, always make sure that they have your success number so they can say that they are your guest. So important to me that people are linked to you, because that's how we can see everything. Now, anytime you want to know any upcoming events, you will go to www.sherpacourses.com. That will give you all the dates and all the cities for all the seminars we have. So at any time you want to know what's going on in any other city or what's up and coming next month, that's where you can go to see all the dates and locations, is sherpacourses.com. Okay, how do you log into your ambassador account? You go to our website, which is mymsuccess.com, and on the top, you will see Ambassador tab. So you will click on the Ambassador tab, which will take you to a page that says, love our programs and courses. You can make money referring Make Your Mark. And if you're already an ambassador, you would log into the Already an Ambassador. And if anyone's new to the program and has not logged in yet, you would click New to the Program. Now, even if you see Make Your Mark, other students of ours, through the Business Mastery or Best Mindset, if you say to someone, this happened just the other week, we had a lady that didn't even realize she forgot all about the ambassador program. So her friend said, well, aren't you going to go to the live training? And she goes, what live training? She hadn't clicked on the ambassador tab to become an ambassador. So the only way our system knows to correspond with people is when they click on the ambassador link. So what happens when you click on either of those right there is to sign in as an ambassador, there's a login button up at the top. We've changed, it's not blue anymore, it's orange, so you can see it better when that happens. So you would click and log in there, and that would take you right to your back office. And if you're new, you have to go sign up there. But it will take you to your ambassador back office. Now, I am technically not an ambassador, so just ignore all the zeros, because you as an ambassador would have numbers when you're sharing. But this is what your back office would look like, and I would highly encourage you to play around in there to get familiar with the back office. Now, on December 21st, we are going to have our rock star in Vancouver, Stefan, who totally understands the system as an ambassador. And he has been sharing, he's got people going to the 2-hour event in Dallas. He doesn't even know who they are. So I'm going to have him on the live webinar on December 21st to really train everybody how to use this back office effectively. Because of the competition we'll be doing for 2018, I really want you to be successful in that, because there's so much opportunity in that whole program. So we're going to have so much fun. So that's sort of what it looks like, just to give you an idea. Maybe you've already gone in there. You can, as you can see here, it's called share. You can email it to people. You can Facebook share it. You can tweet it, and you can LinkedIn share it. You can also change the text if you like to. We are constantly looking at ways to enhance this program. It is fairly new, the way we're using this for the ambassadors. So I'm constantly looking at ways to improve. So any ideas that you may have as an ambassador, I am totally open to you sharing it and say, hey, Cheryl, have you thought of this, that, or whatever it is? I am totally open to that. Right now we're working on a page that we're going to add in here, and which will either be called resources or training, where we're going to host a whole bunch of webinars. We're going to host some PDFs that you can print off. We're just going to have a resource library for the ambassadors. So I'm working on that right now. So so stay tuned. My goal is to get that done before January. Now, how to be successful in the ambassador program. there is a way. Now, to be success, there are people that refer non-avatars, meaning non-business owners, non-entrepreneurials, which is totally okay. The thing is, you're not going to be successful in the program, because if you have 4 people that attend the 2-hour event and they're really not business owners, what will happen is you'll get $20 per person. Well, that's only $80, and then it stops there. But to really be successful, when you invite business owners, here's what can happen. Typically you refer four people, you'll get the $80, but typically 1 out of 4 will go into an elite package. So you will receive the 80 plus 10% of the package, which is way more lucrative for yourself. So then instead of making $80, you have a potential of making over $1,500. So that's where you want massive success, is to really share this with entrepreneurs, even people that are thinking about getting involved in a business. It's still for them, because if they're thinking about it and wanting to do that, Make Your Mark is totally for them, to help them be successful at the very beginning of their business, versus them struggling in their business of really not knowing what to do, and then, being frustrated. And we don't want people to be frustrated. When people have a passion to get involved in a business, we want them to be successful. So this is how you can be successful. Now, there is a leverage side of the ambassador program, which is called Heart Connections. Make Your Mark, if you haven't already noticed, is all about heart. We're all about supporting the entrepreneurial communities in all cities. So we decided to add this leverage side of the ambassador program. So here is how it works. What is Heart Connections? This is a way of leverage for you as an ambassador. Do you know of any associations, conferences, events that need a keynote or a guest speaker that have entrepreneurs in the audience? If you do, all you have to do is an introduction to myself and that organization. We assist you in how to do the introduction. The best way is an email introduction, and I can totally send this to you. If you reach out to the email amb@mymsuccess, I can email you an example. So this type of connection has huge financial potential for you. Most ambassadors feel awesome about assisting others to grow personally and professionally. Here's an example of a lady by the name of Jo. She got us to do an event for her. So at her event, 50% of her attendees attended Business Mastery. Some of her attendees went into the Sherpa Business Package. So to date, we've paid her over $1,200. She still has earning that is about to be paid out of $1,300, and unearned is over $9,000. So this is how much leverage you can use in the Heart Connection side. By Jo having us speak at one event, her total income that she will receive from that one event is $11,788. That's going to pay for what? Car loan payment, vacation, some debt. Oh my goodness. Like, that's pretty awesome. And all she did was an introduction. What could you do with extra income? Well, you can either put money towards your Sherpa business package. Some students do that. Assist you with the car payment. Some people do that. Give to your favorite charity. Some people do that. That's what Jo does. She donates it to her favorite charity. Join Best Mindset. Oh my gosh, if you are in a financial situation and you can't afford to join Best Mindset, you can get your membership for free. Or a family vacation, a trip, a getaway. There's so much that you can do with some extra income. So I'm just going to give you some ideas. These are some events throughout Canada that we have spoken at. So in BC, we've done a socialite conference, Canadian Financial, Surrey Board of Trade, the Canadian Mortgage, Alberta. I spoke at the Calgary Residential Rental Association, Cochrane Business Network. In fact, I'm still talking to, I think it's the Chamber in Cochrane. People for People in Edmonton. So really, even if we spoke at People for People twice now, a lot of conferences will ask us back. And if you make the introduction and keep that relationship going, you will be the ambassador of that entire event. And that's the leverage. So anything to do with the leverage side of the ambassador program, the email would be heartconnections with an S, heartconnections@mymsuccess.com. Any questions you have or anything about the leverage side, that's the email you want to correspond with. Now, our gratitude group. This is fun because so many people love to volunteer at Business Mastery and the 2-hour event. So we created a point system, credits if you want to say, for our ambassadors that we want to thank them for volunteering. So here's how the point system works. If you were to volunteer at the 2-hour event, you get a half a credit for each 2-hour event. So meaning 1 credit will give you when you volunteer for 2 of the 2-hour events. You get 1 credit for volunteering for a full day event. And at Business Mastery, you get 3.5 credits. So here's what you can earn. The gratitude group coordinator keeps tracks of these credits. So at the bottom of this PowerPoint, it says 5 credits will give you a complimentary video on trade show training. Trade show training. So if you're ever doing an expo or a trade show, there are effective ways to do it so that you can make money from your trade show. We've seen way too many business owners doing it. They're not making the money they've invested in. And we want you to do that. So when you get 5 credits, you get that complimentary. When you achieve 10 credits, you get to access to any one of our live day training courses. So if you're not in the Sherpa package, for an example, and you really want to, by volunteering, you're able to eventually add up your credits to get one of your choice 1-day course. So with the gratitude group, anytime you want to volunteer, the email for that is gratitude@mymsuccess.com. That's where, if you want to ask what dates are happening, you can always check our website as well. So here's all the contact information that you as an ambassador would want to have in your phone under Make Your Mark or whatever it is. So the ambassador program itself is amb@mymsuccess or Walter W@mymsuccess. The leverage side of the ambassador program is heartconnections@mymsuccess.com. And then the gratitude group, when you want to volunteer and correspond with our gratitude coordinator, Irene, who is a beautiful lady, you would email gratitude@mymsuccess.com. Now, our head office in BC, toll-free number for all people in Alberta is 1-844-560-5609. So make sure you have that nice and handy for you because we are always here for you. Now, we are on Pacific Standard Time. So the office is from 9 to 5 Pacific Standard Time, just for your information. We have a couple of Facebook groups. We have the MYM Ambassadors. You want to certainly join that because then you're going to get some recognition as well as, just some updates through the Ambassador Program. And then we have the MYM Gratitude Team Facebook. So you're welcome to join those. You just have to join and then we approve because they are closed groups only for our ambassadors. And the MYM Gratitude Team is only for people that volunteer. So absolutely go to Facebook and check that out and we will accept your joining the groups. Now, regarding live ambassador trainings for the future, just to give you an idea, moving forward, we will be doing live ambassador training each month, except for December, because December we're doing a webinar so we can really train everybody at the same time. So that live webinar will be all ambassadors across Canada as well as in the States. We've got some ambassadors in Dallas. So keep your eye on your email. It'll be December 21st. If you want the time, it will be 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So for Alberta, it will be 10 a.m. December 21st. You will receive emails on that so that you'll get the link to the live webinar. This is going to be really exciting. So I'm going to be sending out a few emails to make sure people are on that webinar. Because my intention is for everybody to be a star through this competition. Everybody. So we're going to have a lot of fun moving forward. That's what we're going to do. And now I will open it up to any questions and any questions that anyone has about the program. You can just enter it into the chat. And I might have already answered all the questions for you, or I'm trusting it's pretty straightforward for you. But if there is anything that you would like to add, you're welcome to it. What's the most common questions that people ask me, actually? Let me think about that. When you are sharing about the 2-hour event, is the simplest way when people say, oh, here's one. Sometimes people go, oh, I'm not sure. Can you remind me like a couple of days before? Here's how I overcome that one all the time. And it's the simplest. If you go, sure, yeah, okay, I'll remind you a couple days before, and you're relying on your memory, be careful, because you may forget to follow up with them. So here's what I always say to people. Why don't we do this? Why don't we register you so that at least you get the reminder emails? Because I would hate to not remind you. And then if you get the email and you go, oh my gosh, I can't make it, you just simply reply to the email and say that you can't make it. It's as simple as that. 98% people say, oh, sure, that's a good idea. It's very rare somebody says no, not to do that. So that's the best way to overcome something like that, is just to say, why don't we register you? If you find you can't make it, all you have to do is simply reply to the reminder email. Nope, can't make it. When's the next one? And we'll take care of it. The head office will take care of that. That's the simplest way. Another thing I find for people is tracking who you've invited. Now, some ambassadors use an Excel spreadsheet so that they can keep track of who they've invited, which is a good idea. When I first started Make Your Mark, when all I did was networked and followed up with people, what I did back then is I used my Outlook. I used folders. I would have a January to December folder. I never relied on my memory, I will tell you that. I always relied on what did I send them. So if I emailed them in January, let's say, I would put that email into my January folder. And then I would go into my January folder to see who I did not hear back from. And then I would follow up with them that way. So basically, find a system that really works for you. Maybe it's simple, spreadsheet. You just put their name on there and you can put tabs. Did I register them? Yes or no? Do I need to follow up with them? Yes or no? That sort of thing. My intention as we grow with this ambassador program is that I create some of these sheets for you, and that all you have to do is, it'll be a PDF and you just have to print it off. So I want to make this whole program as simple for you so that you can be lazy, and it'll just all be there, really black and white and simple for you. So that's another thing that we can do. So what I want to end this webinar with is a heartfelt thank you for everybody that's on and listening to the recording. Here's a quote from Colin. Learning is truly a gift that we should take advantage of every day. It expands our horizon and adds to personal wealth creation. Colin Sprague. And I want to let you know, Colin is in Business Mastery in Toronto right now, and I know he sends a big hug to everybody and a hello, and wishing you all the success with everything that you do. So I'm going to sign off now. I want to say thank you so much for being here, and I look forward to all the success moving forward. So God bless and take care.